Hey, Shalom Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit. Man, Shorty was cooking, and I claim her, by the way. But anyway, all jokes aside, this is the new talk of the town, polygamy. As we know that we're breaking down the strongholds of this kingdom. So a lot of biblical talks and a lot of ancient ways are being brought back up because men are realizing, and even some women are realizing, like, wait a minute, something is wrong with this picture. We've been pushing monogamous relationships since the Greeks and the Romans, which you always had tenets of society that dealt in monogamy, but it's not really natural as men are polygamous by nature because that's just how we're genetically wired. But over the years and over the particular rulerships of Esau has sought to do away with our nation. So he pushed monogamy on mainly Israelites because, for the simple fact, when you go into the book of Exodus, it tells us that the more we were oppressed, the more babies we made. And they know Jake has a hefty sexual appetite because the scriptures say, be fruitful and multiply. And not only Jake, men, Edomite men in general are just monogamous, man. Okay, like them Edomite, like them young Chads, man. Hey, they be popping all them chicks on the football team, man. All them cheerleaders, Chad be popping all them women, man. All right, but see, society have pushed and incorporated monogamy, which goes into one man, one wife, which is totally against nature, and it's totally it destroys the family unit because a man is not designed to just be under one woman 24 hours or over a long course of time, man, because I mean that's just not how it works. And you notice most men, quote unquote, cheat. I don't know not one man that never had no poom poom on the side. Okay, if he was with his wife 30, 40 years, trust me, he didn't stepped out on her a couple of times because shit, she's stepping out. Hell, I've known men that have been quote unquote faithful, and because of it, they wife stepped out on them because a woman don't really respect you unless other women want you. Let's just be real because they need something to fight for. Okay, women are very hypergamous, so they feel that you can't attract other women. They don't look at you as being a high value man because like you're supposed to be able to get other women. All right, but Esau pushed that one man, one woman ordeal. And, it's really to elevate the woman, to put the woman in power over the man, because that's really her having control over you. You got one wife, like if you look at Al Bundy, that dude was miserable as hell. I think he was like a salesman. He'll come home, get off work. He'll sit on the couch. He don't even go upstairs to take off his clothes and change it to something comfortable. He has his work clothes on. He sits on the damn couch and he drinks beer. And he got a nagging wife, then he got a whore daughter, and he got a retard as a son. The typical American family, right? And they was making fun of the American family because that's madness, man. Okay, so talking points are being brought back about men having multiple wives because these women are understanding that their way of pushing certain idioms on men is not working. Okay, it don't work. Your ways do not work. They never work. Okay, the scriptures go into, I'm trying to quote it, but basically, the Lord goes into, keeping the good way, seeking the ways of old. Okay. And this society pushes total opposite because, for one thing, it's about population control. Okay. They know that you may get 1 or 2 babies, 3 babies if you're lucky out of a particular woman, and she's used goods because she's on a biological time clock. But when you go in cultures like Africa and different countries in the Middle East, you see them men, they having 3 or 4 wives, sometimes 2 wives, and ultimately men, they heap wives into themselves based on their ability to take care of them, So it's not about you just popping this hoe, that hoe, like it is today. But in retrospect, men, we're just not monogamous, man. And I don't give a damn what you say. No man on this planet Earth, unless he's just a homosexual or just a glorified simp, want to deal with just one woman because that's just like, it's too many. It's just too many out there. Okay, like I got a closet full of like shoes I collect from time to time, and sometimes I might want to wear my red shoes, I may want to wear my black ones, but I have an affinity for all of them. Some of them I like more than others, But then, you know, some of them, I just like, man, that's my shoe right there. I'm gonna wear this one the most. So it happens, man. All right. But anyway, I'm gonna let this young lady cook. And also, I got another video that I'm gonna play and kind of interject, or I may just play it all through the end from the Average Man Unplugged. It was this lady named Melanin, and she was going against this troublemaker named Jazz. Everybody knows that watch the Anton Daniels show. Everybody knows that Jazz is always the averse, the one that's always argumentative and this and this and that. And low key, I think Jazz get it. She just likes the attention and the controversy, but she may fuck around and actually catch on to it at the last minute because she just kind of got that, yeah, I'm gonna get it when somebody humbles my ass. But nonetheless, Melanin was cooking her ass, and she was basically saying what we were saying. And the fact that women are saying what we're saying now, it makes it make all the sense in the world, because see, a woman would listen to another woman, but she would not listen to a man at all. All right. So they despise that chick, and hey, women are hating on her too, because women feel that they have ownership to a man. You don't. Okay, you don't own your man. You don't control your man. He doesn't belong to you. He belongs to the Heavenly Father. You belong to him. So when you say my man, there's no such thing. You don't have a man. Okay, you may have a husband and he may be a companion to you, but you do not own him. Okay, you are his possession, not the other way around. And a man is able to have many possessions if he wants. So that's the vibration that's being pushed in the earth, because Isaiah 4:1 is getting ready to be the real deal, man. So you brothers, man, stay locked in and stay tuned. So here we go.
Yeah, I said it. One can be in charge of cooking. Men need multiple wives. Yeah, I said it. One can be in charge of cooking. One can be in charge of cleaning. One can be in charge of the kids, the finances. Think of how much ground you can cover if there's more than one wife for that king. All right, then. You know, if that guy's protecting, providing, making sure the house is good, y'all are good, what is the problem? And I don't want to hear, oh, no, that's cheating. No, baby girl, it's bigger than that. There's an order. There's a structure to it. You know, kings deserve an empire. What is wrong with having more than one woman that can come, put in, provide, and you guys can take care of each other? Like, there's no better sense of unity. I stand by it all the way. And I don't want to hear, what about the woman? What about the woman? It's not the same. Men spread the legacy. It's totally different. So women, do not compare yourself to the men. It's totally different. Take it how you want to take it, but I have no regrets of what I said. Let's make this a universal thing where men have more than one wife. Okay? Okay. Men.
And the thing of it is, it will be universal, because this system is getting ready to go out horribly. All right. And women in here, they're pissed off at her. And she made an excellent point. She said, what about the women? No, what about the women? Okay, because see, polygamy is more than just having several women to have sex with. That's part of it, because women are made for our pleasure, for our benefactor. But it's really a business dynamic, because you heard what she said. And these people, they watch us. Okay, I guarantee you, all these people with these podcasts, they all watch the Hebrew Israelites. They just not going to give us our flowers because, you know, at the end of the day, they look at us like we ain't nothing special. But the Most High is going to give us our flowers, because this is a talking point that the elders and the apostles been going into this since before they was on YouTube, man. So they already had the golden nugget. They knew what was up. So now this is the talking point. And she made an excellent point. She stated, well, hey, one woman could cook, one woman could clean, one woman can go to work, this, because it's a business dynamic, man. Okay, marriage was more of, two families coming together, and it was business. It was a heavy investment. And this is why the scriptures say, marry thy daughter off to a man of understanding, and thou hast performed a weightier matter of the law. The problem is today is that you women are all fucked up because your fathers is not choosing your husbands, because you have no fathers. And if you do have fathers in your life, they've been totally watered down by this system to say, well, my daughter can choose who she feels is best for her type shit. See, that's what monogamy and feminism has gotten our people. This is why the women are all hoes, man, because you're supposed to choose your daughter's husband. Okay, she's not supposed to be able to have access to BET or, these reality TV shows, and she's able to choose based on what she feels is best for her. Oh, I like a tall, dark-skinned, handsome man. with blue eyes and dreads, and he got muscles and tattoos. And then she gets with the look at the new T-App shit. A bunch of women fucking the same niggas on there, man, and they're still going after these niggas. So that show you right there. That's why the scriptures say where the hedge is it says where the hedge is spoiled, there's no. I'm gonna pull it. I don't want to butcher it. But anyway, let me get a preset real quick. Before we get into the meat of it. But this is the book of Exodus 21, and I'm gonna start at verses Exodus 21, and damn, I just had it. Yep, 21:10. And it says, if he take him another wife, wait a minute, right there. This is in the law. It says, if he take him another wife, her food and raiment and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So if you have a wife and you take another wife, you can't stop taking care of your old wife because you got a new wife. See, a lot of times what happens is Jay could get a woman where they'll leave their wife and get with another woman. No. Okay, if they can just understand on how to work together and how to build with you, then it'll be a less issue. Because see, these women are fucking dumb. They're fucking the same niggas anyway. So I'm like, well, all y'all just deal with that one man. That way you don't have the luxury of jumping rod to rod. But see, they want to do what the men do. Well, if a man can do it, I can do it. But no, you can't. Okay, because me bagging 300 women is different from you bagging 300 men. Every man that you lay down with that put his rod in you, that fucks up, that changes your DNA, that changes your molecular structure, man. Okay, you think different, you act different, and it adds more. They got something which is called soul ties, man. You know, and it fucks up your mind, and this is why you're all fucked up in the head, because you got different specimens in you. But the more women I bag, the more I become high value, and that's how that worked, man. See, the Lord knew exactly what he was doing when he created the man and the woman. You're only designed to be with one man your entire existence, and you know that. But see, you want to be men, and this is the reason why you're failing. Okay, the Lord has basically put the ball in your court and say, okay, y'all want to be men? Go ahead. He's give you all the tools to be men, and you're failing horribly. Okay, you can't rule the world properly. Your emotions are all over the place. You're jumping rod to ride. You got kids every goddamn where. It's just like, and you're doing horribly, you know. And another benefactor of polygamy, it's really polygyny, okay? Because you got polyamory, which is a woman that has multiple dudes, basically a hoe. But another benefactor to polygyny or polygamy is simply, if I have 5 women, guess what? All their kids are being fathered by one guy. Okay, we're not breaking up, and then she go have sex with my brother, have twins by him. They break up, then she have sex with his friends. She has 2 kids by him, and she got a kid by me. That's 5 different kids from 3 different men right there. And that's a common thing in America, bro. Like, I met this young chick maybe like 2 months ago, real young chick. Cool chick, you know, cool, but fucked up in the head. She's 23 years old, and she got 3 different babies' fathers. She had her first kid when she was like 14 years old. Then she had one maybe, I think 17, 18, and she just had another one maybe 2-3 years ago. I'm like, why don't you just get back with the baby father? And then she said, no, that's a no-go because he's doing too much. I'm like, he's doing too much because you out here being a hoe. Okay, you got 3 different baby fathers and you're 23 years old. That's a bad look. So I'm like, at the end of the day, you can't be nothing but a man's plaything, you know? So it's unfortunate, but that's how the world is today. But if she would have dealt, if her baby's father would have had her and like other women and had kids, they all would have been fathered by one man. So you see how that works? A man can father many children from different women, but a woman can't mother many children from different men, if that make any sense. But it says, if he take him another wife, her food and raiment and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these things unto her, then she should go out free without money. So if he can't take care of her, then she got to leave. She gets nothing. So that proves that whole divorce madness is all bullshit, because when you divorce the woman, she takes half of everything you got. And Esau did that to spit in the face of the Most High. That's why he created that law. All right. Where there's no hedge, the possession is spoiled. That's Sirach 36 and 25. Start at 24, which proves that you women are possessions. It says, he that getteth the wife begetteth the possession. A help like unto himself, a pillar of rest. So your wife is your possession, not the other way around. My man needed, my man can't do this. My man can't be going out. My man can't look at other women. That's not how that works, baby. All right? It's not how it works. It's the other way around. It says, and where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. That's why these women are all out of order, man, because there's no protection there. There's no hedge. You can't tell them anything. And you may have some fathers that's active in the daughter's lives, but even then, the father, you can't tell that woman what to do, because society will hop on our side and say, man, that woman can make her own choice. And you got a bunch of simps that propagate that as well. So it's really fucked up, man. And Esau did that, and that's why he's going to pay. Okay, because it's not supposed to be this way. Women all over the place. They got kids from multiple men. They live in polyamorous relationships. I mean, like hell. This is wickedness, man. But it says, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. That's why these men are just going their own way. You know, the red pill, the MGTOW movement. These things have been implemented in the earth because the Lord is putting a vibration out there like, look, man, men are meant to have more than one wife. That's just how we're wired. So that's why niggas, quote unquote, cheat, is because that's the nature, man. It's not personal. Well, you don't love me no more. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's just how he's wired, man. Hell, even look at lions. But the so-called black man, he don't have a right to exercise his manly nature. So they come up with the term cheating to emasculate the man, to shit on his nature. That's why Jake is all fucked up in the head, man. All right, so I'm gonna play this video here. This is the one I just looked up with Jazz, and I'm gonna play some of it, and we're gonna go into a little bit history of the monogamy, and also I did some research on David. I think he had like 8 wives, and they said he had a plethora of concubines. They didn't even mention how many. And then Gideon, he had many wives. Gideon had 70 sons. Think that was all through one woman? Hell no. So make that make sense. Anyway, let's go. Let's look at this.
And a choice to be with a virtuous.
And fair use, fair use, fair use. I make no money from this content. It's fair use, fair use.
Woman, do they got a choice to get a virgin? Or do you guys still want all the provision and everything while you're not even giving him a virgin?
Now that's melanin cooking. All right. Now that's melanin here, the light skin one, and the one to the left, Jazz, the troublemaker. That's the dark skin chick. Melanin cooking, man. All right, because she understands, she gets it. This is why I say that the vibration we're pushing is going throughout the earth, man. Even if they don't directly mention the Hebrew Israelite talking points, they know where they got it from because we push this. All right, unlike other Israelite camps that say this is off, or you get another woman, you cheating, motherfucker. You can't cheat on no goddamn woman, bro. That's why you IUIC cats, the Most High is gonna ram you niggas off the fuck. The Most High is gonna destroy you cats, man. You know, like when that lady drove up and tried to run them niggas over. Hey, pardon me. I'm not even gonna say that, man, because that would have been messed up if she would have hit them niggas. But if she would have hit them dudes, man, that would have been judgment from the Heavenly Father. 2 birds in 1 stone, because y'all out there pushing a false doctrine anyway. Now, granted, that is persecution on the truth. So, you know, it's gonna happen. But you guys ain't getting persecuted because you're just so righteous. Okay, you people are pushing, you're pushing a distorted message. And the Most High is not pleased with that. But anyway, Salakia, go back on point.
Okay, so that's weird. So all I'm saying,
weird.
all I'm saying is, because why are we talking about virgins, bro? So
because they can't find one and they have to settle for you. And then if you're not even a virgin with all of these demands on what you won't do, okay? You guys can't even please him and you're not even a virgin.
All I'm saying is, melanin, it's okay for the man to be honest about that. He does not have to go
Give
into
him space to be honest, and you guys will get exactly what you're. No, you don't.
I like this one. Let her cook.
Yeah, you feminists is through. Feminism is over with, man. That shit dies on this side. That's not going into the kingdom. Okay, you women are gonna learn how to share your men. We're coming into some dire times, and if you don't want to share the man you with, then you just gonna be left behind. Ain't no, well, I'm gonna wait to the kingdom to get my husband. Nah, you better hop on a bandwagon now, man. And you better come to that man correct, because the Lord is not playing games no more, man. All right, all these feminists right here in America, right along with the system, is gonna be destroyed. This system is falling quick. It ain't gonna last too much longer. And I'm willing to bet my best dollar on that.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I came across this randomly scrolling on YouTube, and when I saw Jazz, I immediately knew, like, oh God, like she done said something goofy now. It's always interesting to see this dynamic because it seems like no matter what panel she's on, it's the same thing. Typically, you would see her on Anton Daniels, but however, this is I believe, Accountability TV. I'll leave the link to this video in full, and you guys want to go there and support them. I think I might have reacted to a video or two of there in the past. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it and see what this conversation was about.
I emphasize again, it is free to join my community. The stocks I share are also free.
That YouTube TV stuff, man, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes these ads, it makes me want to really throw this phone out the window because it don't even have to be like this. YouTube was never like this before. When I first got on YouTube, this was barely a thing. You can just play the video, no interruptions, and now all of a sudden, everywhere you look, there's a damn interruption for nothing. And a lot of the shit be AI and lies, man. But yet they hop on us for pushing so-called misinformation, but yet this is folly right here because none of the shit really be applicable. It's madness, bro.
Techniques and strategies.
Right. I totally agree. And I think that if any man has an issue.
And real quick, brother Salaki, I keep stopping. See, this is why when you have women on your platform, there's nothing but confusion. Okay, they talk over each other, and of course you got beta male Simpson here that kind of advocate for shit that Jazz is saying, but for the most part, every man on this panel agree with what Melanin was saying. But you got men in there, let the queens talk, let the queen look, nigga. We ain't got no queen. Yeah, queens is whores, man. All right, but me personally, no woman I'm with, she better not call herself a queen. All right, we don't play that. We don't have queens, all right? We have daughters, wives, and princesses. A queen just means whore. Queens are for other nations, man. All right, and it don't mean royalty. It means you're a whore.
With women who are promiscuous like that or OnlyFans models, don't pay attention to them.
Yeah, but there's a thing, and this is what I'm talking about. If you are so quicker,
I don't pay attention to them.
No, if it's so easy for you to say Nick Cannon is irresponsible, right?
Well, I don't go out my way. The conversations are brought up, and then I'm asking.
No, absolutely. Do you think that, for example, what Dr. Brian is doing is irresponsible?
Who?
Dr. Brian. Do you think what she's doing is irresponsible?
Cheyenne Bryant.
What is she doing? What is she doing?
She is a dating coach. She's 42 years old. We are in July. She's saying that she's going to have a kid this year by a guy that is 9 years younger than her with some insecurities and all
she's
that.
Been dealing with him for 5 years. She's been stringing him along for 5 years, not in a serious relationship. She's openly dating. She's not currently married. And now she's saying by the end of the year at 42, she plans on being pregnant.
Hey, sounds delusional as fuck to me, but that's her business.
No, see.
So is Cam Newton's business.
You're right, but when you ask me my point of view on their lifestyle, it's like, yeah, these are good men, but yeah, having all these babies with all these women, that's a little irresponsible on him.
See, this is what happens when you get women room to talk. They're not even supposed to be on the same platform as men. Like, shut the fuck up. What are you saying? You know, and I notice when it's a bunch of Jakes, women are argumentative with Jake, but when Myron Gaines was on that Anton Daniels podcast, they shut the fuck up. They didn't say nothing. They didn't say anything because, see, they got respect. Even though Myron Gaines is a Jake, I believe he's a Jake. But they have respect for men outside of their own race, man, because they look at you, Jake, you don't have no power, so they don't respect your opinion. You can be having the same talking points and sound educated as all you want. At the end of the day, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, they have no respect into you unless you're making money, but even then that goes so far. All right,
and it's definitely irresponsible for men to be an addition to that.
So it's irresponsible. What about the women?
That's why I asked the question.
Now
that you know what she's doing, do you think? And again, it's a woman with a lot of money.
I said that sounds.
Do you think do you think he's irresponsible? That's the word that we're going to use. Do you think he's irresponsible?
For her, for her,
yeah,
for her, it might be.
Now, y'all know me, I be nitpicking because I be catching everything, and I pay attention to how people not only based off of what they say, but how they go about it and their mannerisms. Did y'all notice how she was kind of like I guess so. She might be. She did not want to give y'all that answer because your boy basically backed up. And for y'all that, just so y'all know, that video from the other day, that's an old video. I know Fatty was trolling, but by that point, I knew he was trolling because even he popped up in the comments. But anyway, going back to this video, he put her in a corner, man. He put her feet to the fire. He basically used her logic against her as far as the argument that Cheyenne Brown was making about the men. So I find it very interesting how, you know, she so strong to sit over here and say what she got to say, but then when it comes, you're like, oh, okay. So does that apply to Cheyenne Bryant? Because she basically been doing her thing, supposedly. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Overall, for a woman to wait until 42 years old without, like, do you think he's irresponsible for a woman in general to do that?
Hey, Jazz. She said,
y'all, it's a lot going on here, right?
No, yes, there's a lot going on. Wait just 1 second. Do you think he's irresponsible?
Yes.
Do you think? No, I'm talking about women in general. Do you think he's irresponsible for a 42-year-old career woman without a husband and an actually said partner, a boyfriend official,
That's a fact,
to just make these claims about I'm going to have a kid this year, I took my DUI out? Do you think that's irresponsible?
More than irresponsible.
Want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Oh, is what she's doing irresponsible?
No. For you said what? Sure.
What Dr. Bryant is doing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand the question. So
take it out of Dr. Bryant.
This is is irresponsible because she's not married to be given this advice?
No. It's
irresponsible. Go ahead, Fatty.
Huh?
It's like me, for example, saying this, right? I'm Fatty. I have enough money to do IVF. Fuck this woman. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to have a kid. I'm going to be the dad. All that is. Do you think that is irresponsible?
No, that's your choice.
Okay. So now, we clarified this, right?
I disagree with that point.
If a woman acts on her choice and she says, and this is a clear example, right? I am 35, but I'm pursuing my career. Yeah. I'm going to have a kid on my 40s. 41, 42. I'm going to get a guy. I'm going to decide to have a kid. Is she irresponsible by doing that?
I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, you guys got it. It's fine. You don't have to. No, I got you. You don't have to consider a right or wrong. I just wanted to establish the parameter.
And you got it. Either man, you already thought I was gonna say something, either man. So I don't know why you try to do that, right? Let me just say something.
I'm just trying to answer your question an hour ago. You asked me a question an hour ago. You haven't let me answer.
I'm gonna give you the mic. On that show,
I think the irresponsibility will be what the consequence is.
Hold on, Jazz. On that show, she said the reason why she was still single is because God didn't bless her with a man yet. But then they asked her if a 41-year-old man is still unmarried and childless. She said he was being selfish.
Yeah, she sound crazy.
Yeah, it's always a double standard with these people, man. There's always double standard. You know, it's just, if a man chooses to hold out on kids and marriage, he's selfish. But when a woman do it, she's protecting her career, her assets. She's being the best version of herself. There's always a double standard. That's why Esau set you women up for the ultimate okie-doke. And you're going to fall with no men being around to come and help you. Because you've bit into the apple. You've bit into the feminism. And this is what has gotten you. No way in hell should just ever be a conversation between men and women over if a man can bag another woman or not. That should be the least of everybody's concerns because it's a known fact. Hell, Ishmael don't have this conversation with his women. You don't see Ishmaelites having this fucking problem. You don't see Hamites having this problem, man. Okay, you only see Jake men and women having this problem because our women is the only ones that's fucked up in the head enough to believe the bullshit Esau told them. You know? Go here. This is the book of Judges 8. And I'm going to start at verses. You know what? I'm going to bring that out later. I'm going to let them cook a little bit more. Let's go.
Yeah, she's crazy. Everybody thinks she's crazy.
Go ahead, man.
She's delusional.
Wait, now you got it.
That's what I said at first. I'm like, that sounds delusional, but that's her business. That's not nobody else's business. That sounds crazy and delusional. And that may not work in her favor. She does come out very like, you know what I mean? But that's her business. She does.
When it's a woman, it's her business. When it's a man, they won't shut up about it.
That's the point.
No,
You guys do not shut up. A
listen,
man
Melanie.
wants more than one woman, y'all got a problem with it.
Yeah.
A man has kids outside of the household, y'all got a problem with it. This is bullshit.
I only have a problem with deceit. If you want to date multiple women, be honest about it.
It's not deceit to be honest because it's in his natural nature.
It's my business. It's my business. No, it's my business. I have all the right to lie. It's my business. My body, my choice. We don't talk about body count over here. I can have more people and nobody can say nothing.
My point is this: if you're in a relationship, if you have chosen to be in a monogamous relationship, you know okay, but here's the thing, Melanin. If a man feels that he just has to have multiple women all the time, he can't help himself.
When did we say that?
Oh, can you let me finish, love?
Let her finish, please.
So, let me
I need the man can
Don't call her love. Don't call her love,
right. Right, fantastic.
Well, if she had that boundary, I would
definitely
agree.
It's fine. It's fine. Let her finish. It's fine.
See, this bitch is stupid, man. She said multiple women all the time. You got 4 or 6 wives, the fuck they gonna be around? See, these women, they think that you get another woman is based on trying to size them up and make them feel some type of way. Like, have you ever thought that sometimes it's bigger than you? See, that's that narcissistic feminist behavior when they think, oh, you get another woman because you want her to be better than me. Look, they ain't got nothing to do with your black ass all the time. Like, hell, like I got a chick I deal with, cool. Like, she like damn near Proverbs 31. I'm not like no bullshit. She like does everything I needed to do. She don't, I mean, you know, she a woman. She get in her feelings and, you know, have our ways and stuff like that about her. You know what I'm saying? And she's a good woman. I'll tell her straightforward. I'm like, yeah, but I can deal with other women. And she understands it. She might don't like it, but she's cool with it because she don't have a choice, because she knows what's important to me, you know. And she's grown up seeing her father and mother have the same lifestyle. I'm like, you need to leave that Christian. That's crazy. A Christian woman, because she's Christian. She's a Christian. She know more about the scriptures than a lot of you women in Israel, man. You know. And secretly, she be trying to learn about the truth. And I'm cool with that, you know, because she don't scoff. But I tell her all the time, I'm like, shit, man, you know, it's hard to just be like, you know, I've been dealing with it for some time, a little bit. And sometimes I need my own time. No matter how virtuous and submissive she is, it's just one female, bro. Sometimes men just need difference. And I tell her, I'm like, it ain't nothing against you. Sometimes the well just run dry, just dealing with just you from time to time. And I mean, she get it. She might don't like to hear it, but I don't give a fuck how righteous she is. Men, we want difference, okay? I don't want to eat chicken every day, you know? But you better believe, like, when I first was getting up with her, it was going down a whole lot. But after a while, you kind of just get used to people. You kind of, you know, and your testosterone or whatever, or your heat, it's just kind of mellow right now, you know. And sometimes you got to miss people in order for that spark to come back. So, you know, and she cool with it. You know, I give her due benevolence when she needs it, whenever, when I need it. But, you know, at times it's just like I be, you know, sometimes Jake just be focused elsewhere. So it ain't personal. And that's how this chick is taking it. She think because a man wants another wife, it's something solely against her. Oh, he just want to have sex with other women. So fucking what? So what? Like, when you think of a seed or you're planting seeds, you don't just have one apple seed. Like, I never known a person, when they plant a garden, they put several of the same seeds in different soil, bro. Or in different parts of the soil, so it can grow up more than one plant. That's like saying the Most High is wrong because he created multiple trees, okay? Trees come from what? The earth, right? Then you got certain plants you put certain seeds in the earth, and bam, there it go. So, these women are fucking delusional.
Let her finish. It's fine. Let her finish. Hey, this is probably the toughest panel that I had to moderate since I got on this place. But
so all I'm saying is this.
Go ahead, Jen.
I don't think it's natural for a man to be a deceit. Like, I don't think when I hear women say, like, it's in their nature to cheat. So are you saying
no,
it's
men don't cheat?
Male. Oh,
men
no,
do not cheat. Okay, it's in a man's natural nature to desire more than one woman. If he chooses to act upon that,
that's what I'm talking about.
It's time to
It's not in our nature.
Okay, so
the word cheat was created by women to degrade the man's natural nature. Okay, period.
I'm glad she said that. Now, peep this. I did chat GDP, and I did this too. I looked up cultural monogamy. And then it had something about biological roots. Million years. You got to take this shit with a grain of salt. This planet ain't been here no million years. That's folly. All right. But the reason why women can't pair bond is because they're hopping rod to ride. You notice a man never have a problem with pair bonding with multiple women, but she can't pair bond with one man. You know, like the little young lady I met, because she works at a site I work at from time to time, and we were just having a conversation. Cute little chick. I would never wife her, but I was like, how do you feel about having 3 different kids by 3 different men? And she said, yeah, it kind of bothers her a lot because it's confusion. Birthday parties, 3 different men, it's confusion. And I'm like, what made you do it? She said, well, she grown up seeing her mother jump around and didn't have the affection. I mean, she broke it down. And she said she saw her mama playing a harlot, couldn't keep a man around and doing dumb shit, man, beating her ass. So, you know, you only as good as the example you're provided. So, I mean, that's what happens. That's why I said where there's no hedge to possession is spoiled. So when you see your mama acting like a whore, then you're going to repeat the same thing because that's what your mama told you to do. You see? So you parents, you done failed your children and your parents failed you. But it says cultural monogamy, ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, which is modern day Iraq or Babylon, Egypt and Greece often practiced polygyny. One man, multiple wives, especially among the elites. However, as these societies became more structured, monogamy became increasingly common among lower classes, mostly for economic reasons, right? Because they wanted to control. Okay, monogamy is a form of control because they could control the finances and they could give power into the hierarchy and they can use the woman to destroy your life. So it wasn't created for women to just be to made to feel special. No, it was for monetary purposes too, to control civilization and in population. So that's one reason why it was created, which is a heathenistic custom. Scriptures say, learn not the way of the heathen. And it says religious and legal codification, ancient Rome, doesn't surprise me, right, was one of the first to legally enforce monogamy, even through affairs and concubinage were common. So Jake talking about, well, in the New Testament, they only had one wife. You don't know that. Okay, there's points in the New Testament that men had multiple wives. You think because we were still able to keep our law, statutes, and commandments. Now, it wasn't the most common thing because we was under Roman law. But even then, you still had Israelites that had multiple wives, man, in the New Testament, even though it don't really go into it in depth. But there is a scripture in there that it doesn't condemn you having multiple wives. Okay, it's just not wise to do so in a world like this because shit, they hit one guy with bigamy because he was married to 3 women from like 3 different states and they hit his ass with bigamy, man. But yeah, she's able to jump rod to ride and have as many sexual partners as she wants and she doesn't get penalized for it. But these are the same court systems that's saying God we trust. But if you trust in God, I thought the act of adultery is death. So you see the fuck. Oh shit, give me 1 second. It's locky. Let me play the video. Then it burnt my shit, man. But anyway, let me go back to the video so I get this under control. Salakia.
It is a man's choice whether he wants to be with one woman or not. It is a man's choice, not yours. Okay? You guys are demanding it, which automatically puts a man at a disadvantage to not be able to be honest. Okay? And they try to conform to what you guys ask for. And then when they make a mistake, they lose it all because it was always his nature.
Now, this is very controversial here because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When it comes to this particular topic about men naturally wanting, you know, multiple women, it's hard for me to disagree with this because, well, for one, I'm a man, and you know, given the option, you know, if in an ideal situation, yeah, it would be. What man? It's not too many men that are not gonna want multiple women at the same time, especially if they know each other and they all cool about it. I'm one of those guys that are, I guess you could say, pro polygamy, pro polygyny, however you want to, whichever one is term is correct. But at the same time, I'm not one of those guys that's like gonna force it either. I'm not against it because I see the advantages of how that could possibly work. Because for one, that equals more income. Any scenario where one of the women get pregnant, you know, she can afford to stay home and just, you know, the other two can pick up the slack. So I think about things like that in terms of that type of lifestyle. But from what I'm told, it's in the Bible as well. So it's kind of like, how do you really, you know, combat that outside of the fact that we have been conformed to, you know, be monogamous, even though that was never man's nature in the first place. But at the same time, I do believe in monogamy because I grew up seeing it. So, you know, that's one of those things that's kind of conflicting as far as how different guys view that in this particular space, because that's kind of like one of those I like to call extremes that I'm kind of like not 100% in agreement with it. And I guess basically because I grew up seeing one thing, even though I understand and believe in the true nature of men at the same time. So I guess it's just a matter of just having discipline and control at that.
Do you know about this body wash? It's from Native, and I was so impressed by the simple, natural ingredients.
At the end of the day, let's keep it moving.
There's no understanding.
Okay, Melanie. I got you. It's in a man's nature to want multiple women.
Okay, don't call it cheating when you're
but it's cheating.
No, it's not.
No, but you just listen, baby.
It's cheating.
You gotta understand what cheating is. If you are in a monogamous relationship with a woman that you agree to be in, if this is men's nature, they should never enter monogamous relationship.
If this is a man's nature, you shouldn't be demanding monogamy. You shouldn't demand that.
Melanin, not every man feels like this. There are some men that are okay.
This is his choice, not yours.
Listen, I know this. Jesus Christ, I understand what you're saying. Men should have they should get all the women and all the coochie they need to
I didn't say that.
I'm not saying that's what you said, Melanin. What I'm saying, Melanin, is that if a man knows that this is his nature, because not every man feels like they need.
No, it ain't the problem of it being a man's nature. The problem is that you bitches don't want to accept it. Okay? And ain't what man gonna say, well, I ain't gonna be in. Don't work that way. The reason why men don't say nothing is because you can't tell you women the truth. Okay? You can't be told the truth because you push that feminism shit. You know? Like, why does he have to hide his nature to appease you? Point blank period. Like I said, I don't know no man that don't look at other women. If he doesn't, then I suspect something is off with that dude. Okay? Because can no one woman satisfy no one man? It's just impossible, bro. That's just not how we're wired. But see, you say that, and then they think you're attacking them. Oh my God, you must think I'm ugly. No, that's not what it is. What fucking part don't you understand that we're biologically wired different? It's like they mad at you because of how the Most High created you. But it says here, ancient Rome was one of the first to legally enforce monogamy, even though affairs and concubinage were common. Christianity, especially the 4th century, because remember, it was, I won't even say hijacked, because for one thing, Christianity is nothing more but a fucking institutional religion, government authority. That's all it really is. And you had a bunch of wicked jakes of the papacy that incorporated laws of Egypt or tenets and customs of Egypt and Babylon, and they incorporated into the church to control, man. So that's what this all is all about. But it says Christianity, especially from the 4th century onward, strongly promoted monogamy as moral and spiritual ideal. But nowhere in the Bible accepts that ideology. Okay, you can't show me in the Bible where it says that a man is supposed to only deal with one woman. That's not in the scriptures, bro. It says as Christians spread through Europe, so did legal and societal expectations of monogamy, eventually becoming a dominant martial structure in the West. Bingo. Here, global spread of monogamy. Colonialism, look that word up. And missionary work helped export the monogamous model globally. However, even today, monogamy is not universal. Some cultures still practice polygyny, legally or informally, while others are experimenting with non-monogamous models, all right? And we're coming back into the time that all this shit is going out the window because it don't work, all right? Now, another point, peep this. How many wives and concubines did King David have? Now it says King David, according to the Bible, had at least 8 named wives and an unspecified number of concubines. But wait a minute. If this is wicked, King David was a man after the Most High's own heart. So tell me that King David was wicked for cheating. Only niggas got to deal with this dumb shit. You're cheating on me. How the fuck am I cheating? Bitch, this is not a fucking game of cards. This ain't spades, man. How the fuck I cheat on you? Because I got another woman on the side. So what? Big deal. And the women outnumber us 11-1. So what? I just proved yesterday in China. No, not China. What country was that? In Russia. There's 11 million more women than men. Now, those numbers can be kind of controversial, but regardless of it, they outnumber us 7-1. So you mean to tell me that if one man is supposed to be with one woman, then that means you got 6 billion other women that's going to be without husbands and children. So what, they got to suffer because of your insecurities? See, that's how selfish these women are, man. And this is why the Most High is getting ready to put your ass back in order, man. And if you don't like it, you're just going to die. All right, period. We don't care because the spirit is not dealing with you anyway. But it says he had Michal, the daughter of Saul, 1 Samuel 18-27. Adonomium of Jezreel, 1 Samuel 25-43. Abigail, the widow of Nabal, because Nabal was wicked. The Most High put him to death and gave Abigail to David. It says Michal, the daughter of Tamai, king of Geshur, mother of Absalom, 2 Samuel 3-3. Haggith, the mother of Adonijah, 2 Samuel 3-4. He said he had Abital, he had Eglah, and he had Bathsheba, originally the wife of Uriah the Hittite, mother of Solomon. And remember, David had Uriah the Hittite put to death in battle, and then he took Bathsheba as his wife, which is the mother of Solomon, which is all spiritual because, you know, the scriptures go that, you know, we was all born in sinful beds. So even though it's funny how the Lord, Solomon, come through an adulterous affair, man, even showing that Yahweh Shai, man, had to undergo the same shit we went through, man. It's all spiritual. You know, so it was set up through the spirit, and the Lord had to punish David because of it. But the Lord made that happen that way because that was the narrative of the story. You know, it says the Bible does not give an exact number of David's concubines, but it affirms that he had several. Okay, 2 Samuel 5-13 says David took more concubines and wives from Jerusalem after he came from Hebron. So he had women, man. What's the big fucking deal? And that's what this melanin chick is saying. And that's what the chick that I first played in the first video, this is what she's saying. She's saying, what's the big deal? Okay, this is how we're wired. Hell, I have enough sperm in my man sack. So they said 30 men can impregnate can bring back a whole nation of people, man. Okay, 30 men can impregnate every woman in the world. We'll be right back in business. Hell, I can get 10 women pregnant if the men parts are working optimally. I can literally get 10 women pregnant in one day. I can have literally 10 kids in 1 year of just 10 women just by my damn self. Probably more than that, depending on, you know, my connection with them, so to speak. You know, because you just got some women that just like turn you on. Just like, God damn, baby. You know, some of them just like they know what buttons to hit. And some of them you got to do a little work. And that comes from being in this messed up society, man. But it says here, 2 Samuel 15-16 mentions 10 concubines left behind to tend to the palace during Absalom's rebellion. All right. So he had 8 wives, concubines known at least 10, possibly more, which concubine just means lesser wife. It says, so King David had at least 18 women, wives plus concubines, but likely more. It says, especially considering the cultural context and biblical reference to him taking additional wives and concubines, man. So come on, bro. This is how the Lord set it up, man. And we're going back to that in a big way. And we don't give a damn what IUIC say. Fuck it. More women for us then. Since them clowns want to be joined to one harlot that's probably sleeping with multiple men anyway. All right. This is Judges 8. And I'm going to start at verses 30. And it says, and Gideon had 70 sons of his body begotten, and he had many wives. Okay, so that's 70 sons. You think he had 70 sons by one woman? No. And Gideon was a man of the Lord. Clearly, it says, and his concubine that was in Shechem also bare him a son whose name was called Amalek, man. So there you go. He had many wives. So that was a common trait. Okay, so you people, you seem to understand that this society has totally duped our people. That's why it tells us that the turning of things upside down should be esteemed as the potter's clay. Because one thing you people gonna realize is that the man who you give your reverence to, this damn Edomite, he's the devil that the Bible talks about. And y'all getting ready to find it out. All right, you've put your faith in an untrustworthy guide. All right, Isaiah 4:1, it says, in that day, 7 women should take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Wait a minute, man. And that's going to happen in this system. So your so-called monogamy BS is going right out the window. And all you women that left the man in the Lord or got put away because we teach these talking points that you can deal with other women, hey, the Most High is going to destroy you because you're going to wish you had stayed with that man. When all hell break loose, and when you have that current nigga you dealing with proves to be not in his right mind and proves to the Lord not dealing with this cat, you're going to wish you hadn't left that brother or got put away by that brother. You're going to be willing to be part of his harem in that day. Mark those words. But with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord's will you will edify. Until the next lesson. Shalom.
Need multiple women while they're in a relationship. If you are a single man, you right, like Fatty said, he don't have to tell nobody what he's doing. He's a single man. He's loyal to himself. But if you are choosing to be if you are entering a relationship, you meet a girl and you know that she is looking for a monogamous relationship, and you agree to that monogamous relationship knowing that you are not the monogamous type, and then you enter it then you go and you enter it. Nobody made this man enter this relationship. He agreed to being in this monogamous relationship. And then you go around and you cheat on that. That's cheating, because you could just be honest or stay single.
Okay, so posting your ass on Instagram, though. Posting your ass on Instagram, that's cheating.
Then he goes into the situation being monogamous, right? A lot of the times, let's go with your theory. A lot of the times you guys are getting cheated on because you signed up to play a role you do not fulfill. Let's talk about that.
Wow.
Ooh. Oh no, because I'm seeing them pop-up comments, bruh. Jazz did not eat because Melanie came back with one. And this is another one of the reasons why I am pro, multiple women to some degree. Because a lot of these women that want monogamy, they're not making sure that man is fulfilled sexually consistent. A lot of those women didn't really sign up for that. They want the marriage for the security, and typically this is one of the main reasons, and women don't want to admit it, but because they want to blame it on, it's fun. This is what I find interesting. On one hand, they're quick to blame men for cheating due to their natural nature for wanting multiple women. But then on the flip side, they don't really want to fulfill a man's sexual needs consistently, and they don't want to be proactive in that way.
Acellus Academy is an online accredited school where students learn through an accelerated...
I find that very interesting. That's an interesting dynamic that I picked up on.
That's a fact. You guys know you guys are the number one vow breakers. She's right.
Women, 1 second. If you are not a queen and you are a king, just be quiet, kings. Just let the ladies answer.
Let's talk about that. Why are you guys getting cheated on? Answer the question.
I think the person that is getting cheated on is not the reason why that person cheated.
Why not?
We said this earlier.
Why do men cheat?
Because cheating is a choice. That's what they wanted to do, and they were appealing to their self-interest instead of being honest about what they were dissatisfied. Instead of being honest and communicating what they're being dissatisfied with in their relationship, they chose to be selfish and go outside of their relationship to fulfill that.
It's not about being selfish. How is he being selfish when his needs are not being met?
So leave the relationship. Why do you have to
manipulate?
Let me help the queens real quick. There's a clock over there on the right side. Tells exactly how many. Let's get Melanie for 50 seconds, and then when the clock is up, Jess, uninterrupt, please. Go ahead, Melanie.
A man is supposed to be able to ejaculate at least 21 times in a month to avoid prostate cancer.
That's a fact.
Do not fulfill these needs. Okay, so you guys you want him to lessen his life over you and your feelings. That's what you're asking a man to do.
No, I'm not. What I'm asking,
when you're asking for monogamy, this is what you're asking.
Yes, you are.
No, watch. Can you calm down?
Hey, friends.
I'm not gonna calm down. I'm passing it about. You're talking real shit.
Hey, friends. We have bounties for all the kings that interrupt, including Fatty and Ali. Okay. If any king interrupts, drop us. Thank you very much.
So, cool. If men need to ejaculate 21 times a day, cool. All I'm saying is, be honest. have integrity.
Women give men space to be honest. Yes or no?
Yes. When you first approach a woman, see, that's the thing. You're men are being honest is because they know if that not every woman is going to be on par with them sharing their relationship with other women, and that's okay. But that is something that you're just going to have to deal with until you find a woman that is okay with sharing you. So you do have a choice to say, I can deal with this woman because she understands me. But
do women give men a choice? Do women give men a choice to be with a virtuous woman? Do they got a choice to get a virgin? Or do you guys still want all the provision and everything while you're not even giving him a virgin?
Okay, so that's weird. So
that's
all I'm saying,
weird.
All I'm saying is, because why are we talking about virgins, bro? So
because they can't find one and they have to settle for you. And then if you're not even a virgin with all of these demands on what you won't do, okay? You guys can't even please him and you're not even a virgin.
All I'm saying is, Melanin, it's okay for the man to be honest about that. He does not have to go
give him space to be honest, and you guys will get exactly what you're. No, you don't. No, you don't. You guys come with demands up front. Or are you talking to other women? I'm not tolerating that. I won't tolerate no cheating.
The man should leave.
I gotta be number one. You're sleeping with me. What is this?
Should leave, and the man should leave. If that woman is giving that much pushback to that man's lifestyle, then that woman is not the man for him.
Let him leave without taking all of his finances. Let him leave without holding his children hostage getting against him. Let him leave with no consequence, and they will.
Melanin,
let them leave with no consequence, and y'all would have been got left.
Melanin, before you even get to that part, you have to get to know somebody first. If you are intentional about dating someone or involving somebody in your life, you're going to know what their lifestyle is, baby. Before I even have the opportunity to take your money, you can walk away from me and say, Jazz is not the girl for me. If I'm telling you, before we even get into a relationship, this is what I'm saying. Before we even get into a relationship, there are stages to getting to know one another. By the time
the woman always has her best representative at those dates and at those appointments. You guys don't get lazy until you get what you want, which is the ring.
I think that can.
Ooh, yo, Melanin came with the heat. She said, yeah. She said, okay, yeah. And y'all put y'all best face on till y'all get that ring. Then y'all get lazy, and then that's how y'all get cheated on. I've told y'all this, man. Like, I know people personally. Whenever they told me they cheated, it's because they wasn't getting it at home consistently, not because they wanted multiple. So she is right. You know, not all men want multiple women, but what I'm saying is that you know what you signed up for, and if you expect him to be consistent, you know, that reciprocation got to be there. Y'all let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps reach a broader audience. Also look out for the Travel Vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.